Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin on the ground with Garindo. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Garindo. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. The end result, 21 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Carr rolling to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Carr going to throw. That is caught. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Now Carr. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's got it. Touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken the lead here this NFC Championship game. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
This time, the extra point up and good. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out,
They scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know.
Jones goes diving, and he's got it. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Allen off the play fake. Eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Here's Guerrero on first down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Another try for Guerrero. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, New Orleans. Isaac Guerrero, 36 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And a point after, good by Groupie. And the lead now stands at 13. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Flush to his right. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now he's forced out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Demario Davis in to drop him behind the line for a loss of a yard. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout. On play action, Allen. He finds his man complete. That's Peters. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. To the air, Allen. That's caught right side by Worthy. And the Vikings are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Henry is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this time he is in. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, so that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 49 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. A handoff running right, Garindo. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Isaac Garindo with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are able to widen their advantage. Groupie able to add the PAT. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On second down, here's Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Saints are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The final shot here before half for Carr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year, and they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. On the give, it's Garindo. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner.
Here's 2nd and 10.
In his own end zone, it's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And got his man complete.
And he's all the way across the 50 before he's finally pushed out of bounds.
A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Demario Davis, his 2nd sack of the night. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On play action, Allen. Caught on the right side by Jones. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Peters.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 54 yards.
And the Vikings have got it back to within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down right there at the 38. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Carr. Little short pass here to Hill.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
They'll try the middle with Gurindo. 61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Carr now to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Handoff here, Gurindo.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Carr now on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is indeed good, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that, with a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, gigantic.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. They'll roll him out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
On the slant, he'll get it to Jones.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. One final try here for Allen.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Allen.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Allen now looks to throw.
That is complete downfield to Knox.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now Allen again.
That's taken in by Watson.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 8 yards out.
And the Vikings have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
Allen will try to throw for it. It'll buy some time right. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Carr.
Over the middle and complete to Shaheed.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Now it's Guerendo. Now he's into the clear again.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Isaac Guerendo
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. To throw is Allen. He's got Henry.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Throwing, Allen.
Steps away.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Now Allen.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Allen, catch made by Watson on the out route.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The left side completion to Jones.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you've got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Here's Allen.
Jones has it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here's Allen. This ball intercepted. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.